Well, it's definitely earned me more money. Just like Decatur, they were paying 70 cents more for summer corn there in August. We were hauling corn 100 mile for 40 cents, and we're making 30 cents, and I wouldn't even known that price was probably on there. I wouldn't have thought of calling Decatur, but when you go to the Grower's Edge page, then it takes all that running around out of it for you.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bills. Today is Friday the 12th for the weekly wrap-up. Let's take a look at the iPad here. We closed off the day. Corn trading 8 cents higher, soybeans up 4 3/4, and wheat in Chicago trading 8.5 cents higher. We have a number of things that came across the news wires today that are affecting the grains. Some of them are positive here. Let's talk a little bit about wheat. Now, we know that the agricultural minister over there announced that they are going to be considering all options to restrain exports out of Russia. This is going to be positive for U.S. wheat exports. Bottom line here, this was what brought wheat up and was able to close wheat for March contract over $6. Now, we also have news out of Ukraine. Basically, their commitments to China it's going to be very difficult for them to meet them. They may actually default on as much as 20% of their commitments of corn to China by the end of the year. What this could mean is maybe some demand switching over to U.S. corn, which definitely would be able to meet that demand. When you look at the situation in China, we also have talk out of Syngenta's Mir 162 possibly being approved over in China. That would show a little bit of a switch in sentiment out of the Chinese government. And not only that, but when you couple that with the news on Monday that a couple of boats of U.S. DDGs going through customs over there, and we haven't heard any sort of talk about them being rejected, this is showing a little bit of switch and possibly a pickup in demand over in China. We'll have to see if any of those corn, if any of that default possibly out of Ukrainian corn switches over to U.S. books. We'll be watching that very closely. Now, we also had FSA data come out today. We had prevent plant numbers for corn come in at 1.606 million acres. That's up from 1.594 million acres in November. For soybeans, 841,000 acres. That's up from 839,000 acres in November. So the bottom line, when you look at those FSA acreage numbers for prevent plant, that was a bullish story here for corn and soybeans as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the cash market. We're going to switch our attention over here, and you'll notice that for corn, basis improved 2 cents on the week. Now, these maps were drawn up based on the close of Thursday. Today, we did notice that basis for corn did take a hit, and basis was declining after the rally over $4. I figured that would start to free up some cash grain to move on to the market. But, of course, bottom line here, we did improve in basis up to Thursday, and we're taking a little bit of a hit here on Friday due to the rise in cash prices. Now, corn basis along the river fell 4 cents. That was the biggest decline. When you look at basis across the U.S., that was the biggest sector that declined is river terminals. When you look at soybean basis, on average, the U.S. did not improve at all this week, but we did see a 5-cent decline along the river. So we are seeing some basis weakness along the river. We have seen ethanol basis pick up 2 cents on the week. So all in all, a cash market here. It looks as though the rally in the futures market is freeing up some of that cash grain to be moved out of farmer bins and over to grain merchandisers. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions about what I talked about today, give me a call. Number is 877-472-4607.